Good afternoon, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's your daily math recap. And today in class we went over dividing whole numbers by unit fractions using tape diagrams. So I'm going to demonstrate that using your homework tonight. On your homework, let me zoom in a little bit. I told you to forget doing the number line for right now. We'll go over that some more tomorrow, but do the tape diagram. So let's start with letter A, 3 divided by 1/3. So I'm going to draw my tape. And I'm going to label my tape 3 because that's my whole. Instead of, like we did last week, and dividing it by the denominator, we're going to divide it by the number of wholes we have, which is 3. And then go ahead and label. Okay. So now we read our rest of our problem, and it says 3 divided by 1/3, which means we're going to be dividing each whole into thirds. Okay. Now I'm going to go up here. There are blank thirds in one whole. Well, if I take a look, this is one whole unit, and there are 1, 2, 3 thirds in one whole. There are blank thirds in 3 wholes. Well, here's a whole that had 3, here's another whole that had 3, and here's another whole that had 3. That's 9. So 3 divided into thirds is 9. And then the second part of this problem is, if 3 is 1/3, what is the whole? And again, I'll use the tape diagram to demonstrate. Remember, we always label this with what the whole is. Well, since we don't know, because the question says what is the whole, I'm going to put a question mark there. It says if 3 is 1/3, so that means that if I cut this into thirds, and 3 is 1/3, what is my whole? Well, if I finish the rest of this tape, I have 9. So what is my whole? 9. Okay. All right, I'm going to flip over to the back here. Oh, sorry, you guys couldn't see the rest of that. All right, let's flip over to the back. All right, I'm going to do letter A. Alright, it says divide, then multiply to check. So I'm going to draw my tape diagram to divide. My whole is 2. I'm going to divide it into wholes. So here's one whole, and here's 2 wholes. And it says divide this into fourths. And then I'm going to count how many fourths there are in 2. 2 divided into fourths is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my answer is 8. Now you say, well, how do you multiply to check? Well, if I look at my whole and I see that I've cut it into fourths, if I multiply 2 times 4, that gives me 8. And that's how I can use multiplication to check. Make sure that you draw your tape diagram before you multiply. Well, I hope that has been a help to you. And remember to bring in your homework completed as much as you possibly can, and with questions if you have any further questions. And I'll see you tomorrow.